Okay, we're back. I didn't smack my microphone this time. And we're in chapter 3, where apparently... Oh, the window's open. I just noticed that too. And apparently the Major's been murdered, but I don't see him? Isn't it down to... Oh, yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Especially if you could buy it at that. Because that was the problem. When I bought my car, it was only like 19K. But when I signed the agreement, it was like, yeah, if you pay just the minimum payment, you'll end up paying $30,000 with interest. So I've been overpaying. I'm still gonna end up paying probably about like $4 to $5 grand in interest. But if I can at least like cut that down compared to like 10 to 11K, then I'm good with that. But yeah, interest is really just awful. And I got like a pretty decent interest rate too. So I'm like, man. That's why I'm like, my mom's like, have you ever considered getting a house? And I'm like, no. Like, honestly, at this point, like, rent sucks, but getting a house is just, it's such like a terrible investment now. They'd be like, bam, here's the rest. Yeah, no, exactly. As long as you have to pay minimum interest, really, that's what it's all about. A noticeable, almost sinister chill can be felt upon the entering.
This is Mr. Hagen.
Oh, there he's on the floor. He was behind the...
Would you like me to stay?
Thought bubble.
I understand if you are not comfortable with such a scene.
Don't you worry, detective. I've seen much worse in my years.
Were you in the war, or are you a murderer? You had to order a new... Oh, what happened to your bin? But I'm guessing that means that you did get the trash out then.
I am thankful to have someone of your resilience by my side.
Also, RC, in case you missed it, the Major is dead. And while I was kind of like, man, I kind of hope this guy dies, I wasn't expecting him to just straight up die because he was kind of a major suspect in what I was doing. Had the same housing conversation. Apartments here without utilities. Yeah, it's like same here. Like, I just redid mine, and yeah, mine is gonna be about $1,000 a month. And that's like including water, but I still have to pay for, you know, electricity, internet, all that. And granted, this is a pretty decent sized single bedroom apartment, but yeah, it's nuts. But I locked myself in for another like 18 months, so I'll be in this place until 2025, and then I'll probably save up some money and think about possibly moving to somewhere else that's cheaper, or moving in with someone maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like everything, the housing market, and you can't buy a house, so the rent keeps going up too, because they're like, well, people can't buy houses. Move literally anywhere, not in the... Yeah, it's... God, it's just such a pain.
I just can't believe someone could have killed him in cold blood. Is that what you think happened?
I don't know, man. I gotta check it.
Your faith in your fellow man. But you will be surprised what someone will do when they feel there is no other option.
Oh, what if Angeline did it? Did any members of the staff have access to the office?
Mr. Hagen does not allow any staff into the study, and they were all present in the staff quarters or part of the dinner service.
God. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, mine is a little wonky now. Like, it's a really cheap plastic trash can, so I don't care too much. But like the lid, once it starts getting full, it has like a little pedal for the no touch. But once it starts getting full, you hit that pedal and it just kind of like sits there until it like slams open. I used to have like a really nice one, but a nice like step trash can costs like $60 to $70. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to get cheap. As long as it can put trash in it. And I know for you, a lid is necessary because you have cats. And while cats are less likely to get into the trash than dogs, I think, they're still, if there's no lid, they're probably going to try to sneak stuff out of there.
And everyone was accounted for?
Everyone. It is my business to know all my staff's whereabouts.
Okay. Tell me about the phone call the Major received earlier.
Phone call? Yeah, yes. It was one of his business associates.
Oh, well, he wasn't like, I can't tell you that, so that's nice.
Do you know what associate?
He didn't say. I think he was French. The accent still confuses
Thank
me
you.
sometimes.
I am also, most of the people here are French.
And did the Major sound any different to you? Panicked, anxious, anything out of the ordinary?
gonna get a censor one when I have the cash and no food. Yeah, no, understandable. I do like the censor trash cans a lot.
Not that I noticed. I think he was embarrassed about ending up on the floor
true.
after Master Gideon's one punch.
And as much as we would like to avoid throwing food or other things in the trash that could attract them, it's impossible not to, especially if you're like cleaning meats or doing other things. So like, and like here, I use the garbage disposal a lot, and I put some things in there that they're like, don't do it. But I'm like, oh, well, although, God, I had an old room. You know what? One of my old roommates, and one of the things that pissed me off, they would like make eggs, and then they would put the eggs into the garbage disposal. But and like, whatever, it's probably not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But the problem was, they wouldn't even run the garbage disposal. There would just be eggshells in the garbage disposal. And it's like, there's still egg on there. That's going to attract like a bunch of shit, and it's damp down there. Like, that's where gnats like love to live. Like, and I'd always be like, who, like, just throw it in the trash, if anything, or put the eggshells in the garden, whatever.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
But my old roommates did a lot of things that were like, oh God, what are you guys doing? Okay, the Major, is he dead? Is that blood? Is that drink? Major's corpse. Oh, there's blood. He's been cut on his side. A single stab wound. I would expect to see a number of puncture wounds if the culprit had come here with the intention of murder. Oh, also punched. Oh, or is that his punch from earlier? A result of the confrontation with Monsieur Demire. Although only one punch was thrown, there is substantial bruising to his face. Must use all my deductive skills and experience here. Besides the stab wound, there's little to go on from the body. Yeah, but what's on the carpet? There's a big stain. I was brought here to find the blackmailer, but discovering the truth behind the Major's death must take precedence. Okay, his corpse. That corpse picture, I love it. It looks like, doesn't it kind of look like somebody just doing like a dance? It looks like some dancing dude. Oh my God. Purple bruise on face, single stab wound. What is most likely to have a knife? A sword? What is that? Damp floor.
Oh.
What could have caused such a large damp patch on the floor? Like a bottle of something? Probably. Nope. On chair? Letter.
Oh.
A note is stuffed down the side of the seat. You do not know me, but I know you and your past very well. Years have passed and your actions remain hidden to the world. Actions that would shame even the evilest of men. The details so heinous, to include them would surely bring a tear to my eye. Now is the time for the truth to be revealed to all. While not one man is to blame for the final outcome, it was you that brought about the final piece to the puzzle, the one that no one else would. If you would wish to remain a free man, fill a brown paper parcel with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont to Barbier and Sons Cobbler before closing this coming Wednesday. While there is time to consider your next move, I would not ponder on it too long. When the world knows of your crimes, they will surely not ponder long on your punishment. Another blackmail letter, written in a similar manner to the one addressed to Mademoiselle Angeline. Could the Major be hiding a secret of his own? Or is he in fact the author of the letters? I don't know, man. Oh, burnt carpet, probably from cigar?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite severe. Such a shame to see such a beautifully made carpet ruined. Well, oh, cool. Yeah, sure sucks for the carpet. Dent and plaster?
Huh.
Surprising that it has been left visible. Surely it would be a quick and easy fix. What is that? Safe? A bulky safe made with security in mind is locked tight, but a box of valuables sits on top. That is weird. Reflection? Am I gonna show up in it? I didn't. Oh my, this game is unplayable. Where's my reflection? Or maybe I'm a vampire. Maybe that's the twist. Wallet? It does not look as though anything is obviously missing from it. Like this 200 francs that is in my pocket now. Ice bucket. Odd to have a bucket this size for such a minute amount of water. Another letter? Never. Nope. Maybe that's a lighter. I guess I'll check the window. Typewriter? Nope. Window.
Oh,
The snow continues to bellow in. Why this window has been left open, I cannot fathom. Unless that's where the person escaped from. Oh, I already checked the wallet. Okay. Guess it's time to make some connections. Determine what has happened prior to the Major's murder. Okay, we have... Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff that showed up now next to his dancing corpse. Remaining ice cubes. A few cubes remain. The last remains of what was presumably full of ice. Damp floor. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Maybe he was dead for a while.
My own skills of deduction.
Yeah, God, I'm so smart. Someone has knocked over the bucket and then repositioned it. Someone besides the Major? Bucket was overturned, okay. Second floor window. Unrepaired patch of stuff. Burn mark on the ground. Sum of money. Jewelry box. Jewelry, maybe?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Okay. The obvious items of value have not been taken. Why would the killer not take a reward? Valuables not taken. No one is getting in here without the combination. Okay. Falling snow. Heavy snow is entering through the open window, filling the room. Okay, so we still have two doodads. Burn mark. Bucket was overturned. Dent in the plaster. Oh, it looks like that. Oh. Large check from Monsieur de Silva's company to the Major for security consulting. Rather pricey at that. Oh, he had a check in there. Oh. Purple bruise on face, single stab wound. I don't think that has anything to do with any of that. Valuables not taken. I don't think. Yeah, okay, that doesn't make sense. Snow falling on floor. What if he was icing his face? Unrepaired. I'm like really struggling to figure out. Yeah, nothing's missing from it. Sum of money, valuables not taken. Was it because of
Order and method.
No, that's not it.
That
Okay. Pretty soon it's gonna be like, hey, you dumbass, unrepaired. Yeah. Both of these, maybe?
is there something?
No. Yeah. Oh, wait. It must have been recent. Okay, so the bucket was thrown.
I would say.
Okay. There are signs that something occurred in the study between the Major and our... Okay, unknown fugitive. Okay, that makes sense. And then it was showing the window.
Another
And that?
success. I never doubted myself.
If someone had gone to the lengths of scaling the wall, they surely would have taken some valuables. Okay, yeah, fair. Not a simple burglary, and also evidence of a fight. Okay, so somebody wanted the Major dead. I can confirm that the window was not the intruder's point of entry. Careless as me not to check the door first upon arrival. Oh, okay. The door shows no signs of forced entry or tampering. Could they have just knocked and been allowed to enter? Probably, if they were like a business dealings person. Can I close this window? It's cold. Okay, let's see. Door. Logical entry point. Second floor. Okay. Simply let them in. Oh. What if? All the way to this man.
Order and
That's
method.
not right.
That-
Okay. Never mind. I feel like that would be the... Okay, evidence of fight. Okay, so they let them in, and then they got into a fight. Evidence shows that a fight of sorts broke out sometime after the killer had entered the room, unobstructed. The door from the bedroom to the study was how the perpetrator entered the room, but what I still do not know is, were they invited in, or did they slip in unknown? Oh, objective complete. Killer's entry... Okay, so somebody on the inside did it. Time to talk to Archibald. Hey, who has keys to this room, or who knows the major?
Anything I can do to help, Detective?
What if it was Archibald? Has anyone else entered this room this evening?
Rihanna brought him some ice for his cheek earlier.
Okay.
And when was that?
When he returned from his cigar outside, he asked for something to be brought upstairs to ease the swelling of his face. He would normally smoke only in here. Lady Van den Bosch doesn't like the smell of his cigars in the public rooms.
Madame continues to rule her home how she sees fit, and it is her prerogative.
Your help and discretion
Okay.
in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Now that I know that the major was not alone, it is time to search the study further in hopes of finding a clue as to who was with him. Okay, new mind map. Scene of the crime has been investigated, but does not show a straightforward series of events. The circumstances around the major's cigar is one such avenue that requires further exploration. Okay. Oh, geez. Deduce who may be responsible. Well, I can't because I have 0... Okay, so this is a new mind map. Which means I'm going to have to talk to someone. Because I have no deduction points. Burn-in carpet. I mean, it could have been... What's his face, man? Okay, well, bye. I guess I'm leaving? Oh, check the jacket, I guess. Scruffy-looking jacket is hanging upon the coat rack. The major's scabbard is in the pocket. Okay, major's jacket. Okay, so stuff I couldn't check before. Ashtray. A reasonably full ashtray. I would have expected him to at least clean this out. Towel? A discarded towel, folded and unused. All right. Matchbox, that's what that was. I wasn't sure if it was a matchbox or like a lighter. No matches remain. Okay. Oh, desk. Check the desk.
Huh.
A rather organized desk containing what looks like important documents. Okay. We already checked the blackmail letter. Poker stand. A normal-looking poker stand. Nothing appears out of the ordinary. The fire isn't lit.
Oh.
It's incredibly dirty. The logs are old and covered in dust. Well, that would make it a lot easier to light them on fire. All right, we now have 4 points. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, it's getting full. Letter opener. The point does not look sharp to tear paper, let alone puncture skin. Okay. Very tidy. It's remarkably tidy, although all his recent documents are impractically stored at the back. Was the room cleaned by someone other than himself? Clean?
I must
It's
act on
not right. Okay. Bucket was overturned. Poker stand. Sharp. Missing knife. The scabbard has one purpose, and that purpose is missing. Could it possibly be...
Some would say a lucky guess.
Okay. The major's knife is missing, and his body lies with a stab wound. Could very well be the murder weapon. Potential murder weapon. Knife holster. Old and worn. Okay, the jacket is worn. Cool. Clean. Matchbox. Empty. Moldy logs. Ring of dust. I find other evidence of neglect. Half-smoked cigar. Why didn't he finish it? Maybe because the matchbox was empty.
I cannot see the
That's...
logic.
Never mind. Not quite. Oh, wait. Maybe half-smoked cigar and burn mark?
I should
Aha!
not be surprised by my own.
The Major was smoking recently, unsurprisingly, and dropped his cigar. What could have lit the cigar? Evidence of smoking. Well, not the matchbox. So it had to be somebody else.
I must take a different...
Okay, well, I guess because it's empty, then that doesn't make sense. Sorry, everybody. Well used. Wait, well used what? Ashtray? Yeah. The Major's money is obviously spent elsewhere. Yeah. Killer's entry to the room was unobstructed. What if the killer lit his...
Is there something
Okay, I think I'm going about this the wrong way. Because I have two more. Bucket was overturned. Purple bruise on face. Missing knife. Normal looking poker stand. Nothing appears out of the ordinary. Cast iron poker. Where do you expect to find it? Sharp. The most practical weapon to inflict the Major's wound. Yeah. Fireplace. Probably haven't been replaced for a long time. Maybe moldy logs and ring of dust?
What a revelation.
Like, I would have expected a Major to keep his belongings in a much tidier fashion. Maybe he sucks. Room not cleaned. Okay. Maybe it's like, this can't be that type of thing?
This will not get me any...
Okay, no. Maybe I should just talk to Archibald first. Let's do that. Hey there. Is chapter... I wonder if chapter 4 is literally just his murder. For a house that has such high standards, there's a noticeable lack of care taken in here.
As I said, Mr. Hagen did not allow the staff in here alone, besides me.
Oh, okay.
He was very clear on that.
Uh-huh.
Have the staff ever given him reason to not trust them?
Nothing has ever been brought to my attention, but he was very clear no one was...
So,
to be here
was
without
he...
his permission.
Maybe the secret that they were worried about was his.
I suppose it is not unreasonable. I would have thought with his military past he would have kept it immaculate with not a speck of dust or hair out of place. But the fireplace, for instance, says otherwise.
Yeah, it sucks.
I haven't seen it lit since he has been with us, even in the colder months. It's been in this state for some time.
Okay.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
All right, well... Fireplace hasn't been lit in some time. Unused. I already knew that. Wait, maybe Archibald has... Is he on here? No. What is the new... Unused?
Come,
Wait, I already
Your
know
Grace.
that. Okay. Room not cleaned. Entry unobstructed. Desk tidy. Maybe I put it there, and he's like, that can't be it.
I must take a different
Okay,
approach
nope.
if I am to
Okay, yeah, I get you. Oh, wait. Very tidy. Bucket was overturned. Unused. Oh, is it literally the matchbox? I was thinking that, but I also was like, none of the other fire stuff. Okay. There are no items that could start a fire or light a cigar. Oh, okay. No fire source. And then very tidy, but bucket was overturned.
beginning to become...
This crime scene has been tampered with. The killer clearly had enough time to cover their tracks. Crime scene was compromised. No fire source. Evidence of smoking, though, which means that it got lit a different way. There remains no means to light his cigar. Someone must have lit it for him. Someone he trusted, but who? Someone lit, and then, yeah, killers. Unobstructed, because Someone lit his cigar for him and attacked him when he least expected it. Who could have been so ruthless? I bet it was Cassandra. The mayor knew his killer. Crime scene was compromised. Okay. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da.
Some would say a lucky
Yeah,
guess.
the truth from
I would
within.
say
I'm
a
so good
moment
at
of
things
genius.
all of a sudden. They lit the mayor's cigar and, following the brutal act of murder, took the time to clean the scene. They were not in a hurry and could still be in the house. How could they remain so calm? Because back then, cameras didn't exist. Well, not like security cameras. Killer may still be in the building. Okay. Where would I connect that to? To murder weapon? They could be in the building with the murder weapon?
This will not get me any.
Okay, no. That's not what we wanted. Wait, is anything? Nope. Okay, it still wants me to connect stuff. Or am I supposed to connect that even though it doesn't make sense? Okay, now. I was like, we already ruled that out because they said it was very not sharp. Okay. No fire source. Killer may still be in the building. I don't know. What the hell? I think yeah, okay, I already tried clean, very tidy. Oh, matchbox empty, very tidy, crime scene. Okay, I already did that. Sharp, unused.
Anything I can do to
Oh,
help?
eat nothing new.
Your help and
Unless there's still something to figure out here. But I think I've looked at everything. I looked at this towel. It's unused. Looked at the desk. I already know about the blackmail letter.
oh,
Check the fireplace. Check the poker stand. Check the wall plaster. Check that. Checked his jacket. Yeah, there's... Okay, so the final connection just needs to be made. But I... Okay, well... If I screw up, it'll just tell me. But I'm like... When it comes down to the wire, I'm like, I'm not sure. Okay. What is it? The well-used ashtray?
is there
No.
something?
Okay. Wait, it's literally crime scene was compromised and clean? No signs of being used to the fire. Why is the poker... Oh, so somebody might have cleaned the
What a
poker?
revelation.
Oh, poker was cleaned. Oh, well, I don't know. I thought it just wasn't used. Why would it be cleaned? Currently, no way to rule out the poker being the murder weapon. The murder weapon remains a mystery. The killer, whose identity is still to be uncovered, must still reside in this house. Okay, so is that it? Is this chapter 4? Let's solve this mystery. Did we do it? New mind map. Oh no, there's another one! I was not expecting to have a murder case on my hands when I arrived, but this will merely be another test for the great Detective Poirot. Okay. Oh, gosh. Investigate the murder. Blackmail letter, document. Okay. More investigaties. I thought I investigated everything. Oh, talk to Archibald.
Anything I can do to help, Detective?
I believe I have collected all the necessary information and evidence. I would now like to inspect his adjoining bedroom.
As you wish.
Okay, yeah, I guess he can't really say no because the Major isn't alive to be like, don't let them in my bedroom. It is clear the reason for entering the Major's study was not to make haste with his valuables. What I must understand is if the intent for murder was there. The study has been manipulated following the Major's death, meaning they had time to return to the scene and attempt to cover their tracks. Hey, what's going on, Arnold? How are you doing? Yeah, seriously. This game. The perpetrator entered through the bedroom. Perhaps there's something they failed to clean up behind them that can make sense of all of this, like blood. I should review what clues the study yielded before I continue. I don't wanna. I already looked. There's another. How many mind maps? If the killer still resides in the house, I must approach everyone with not only caution, but suspicion. Geez. Hi, Archibald. I can't make any connections yet. Let's just look at things. Another letter. God, there's so many letters. Another letter addressed to the Major. It appears he had someone looking out for his business concerns. With the workers' strike? Felix, I understand there are a number of business concerns for you in the situation that has arisen within the factories, but I offer this piece of advice. Step back. Monsieur Becker Becker's efforts with the union have finally opened the workers' eyes, and they seek, nay demand, the fair treatment they deserve for so long. The fuel for the fire has already been laid and the match is ready to be struck. You do not want to be near those flames when they ignite. I know you were once a good, honorable man. I pray that is still true today. Was he ever? He seemed like an asshole even back in the day. I must review the information I've gathered from each guest today. There may be something that will help reveal the identity of the letter's author. I don't know, probably Hugo, if he's the leader of the union people. Drinks Globe. I wonder how many travel expeditions have been planned while enjoying the contents of the globe. Oh, look at his rifles and bear. Another note. A rather threatening letter has been penned, addressed to Major F. Hagen. Dear Major F. Hagen, I did not think I would ever find myself writing a letter such as this, but under the current circumstances, I see no other option. Madame Van den Bosch and I have been friends for more years than I care to say. That is why I can no longer sit back and allow your bullying to continue. Oh, I bet it's Margot. I am well aware of the companionship you have offered to my good friend over the years. I don't like how that is said. It has been most generous, and without it, I care not think what would have happened to her. But that does not give you the opportunity to act in such a foul and boorish manner. The day the Viscount passed, I promised that I would protect both Cassandra and Angeline, and it is a promise I will keep. You were once a major in the British Armed Forces, but your actions have mirrored that of drunken fools who hold no place in society, let alone Madame's house. Please do not bother yourself with a response. There is not a question that requires an answer, only a hope that you see your errors and adjust them accordingly. The author speaks of bullying, and although no specifics are noted, any form of that treatment towards a woman is not acceptable. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Margot. Mounted animal ahead. I'm not sure I would fare coming... Okay, well, that was... Yeah. I mean, usually if you see a bear, you just kind of let it do its thing, but apparently the Major really hated bears. I know! Look at me with my shaved head. Plants lean on and rely on each other to survive, something we, as a species, could take a lesson from. Maybe I should shave my hair that short. Give myself like a real military buzz cut. What do you guys think? I'll be the next Poirot. It seems Madame Van den Bosch's heart is a trophy worth fighting over. Oh. Major Hagen, I hope that you will excuse my bluntness in plain speaking, but there is a matter regarding Madame Van den Bosch that requires not only our attention, but a level of understanding and respect between us both. I am fully aware of the help that you have offered to not only Madame, but her family and household. I am also aware that you know of the assistance that I have given to Madame and the Viscount before her. We were friends and business partners, and I felt it my duty to continue to give aid and keep the Van den Bosch name at the standing that it has always been. Oh, thank you for the water, Vivacia. I hope you've been doing well. Having said that, it is not always as simple to keep business and personal matters separate, and this is how I find myself today. Cassandra and I share a bond that one does not experience often in their lifetime. No doubt you have felt similar, but what may be lust to one man is love to another. Oh, yeah, likely story. While I respect you for your efforts in the war and the generosity you have shown, Madame, I must request you step back from what you consider to be your duties at the house and allow for Madame to make her choice, the choice that I believe is obvious to all parties. I trust this correspondence remains for your eyes only, and a gentleman's agreement is enough to guarantee our arrangement. That is probably Mr. Da Silva there. Oh boy, everybody is just... Oh, everybody wants a piece of this ass, and this ass is rotten. It sucks. Cassandra is a horrible woman, and I don't know why everybody's so... Just take her money. Whatever, man. It is a rather bold move to challenge the Major as they have, especially with his position at the house. Yeah, that's got to be Mr. Da Silva. He sounded like he was gunning for those granny panties. Well... In we go. Oh boy, there's a lot more stuff happening here. Oh. Protective of Cassandra. Close to Cassandra. Threatening letter. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
I should not be surprised.
I knew that, yeah. Margot was quick to speak of her protection over Cassandra. She must take this role very seriously. This is like 100% just I kind of like the fact that it's very closed space, so I'm not just wandering around. Okay. Written by Margot. Okay. Curious letter. Love for Cassandra mentioned. He supports the family.
Another success.
I never doubted myself. Yeah. If there is something between Ernesto and Madame Van den Bosch, Archibald will surely know of it. Possibly written by that. I have to talk first. Oops. It's possibly. Well, Archibald, do you know about the love affairs of Cassandra?
What do you need?
What do you know about the Major's relationships with the guests?
The male guests, I believe, he knows in a business capacity, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I will add, though, he has not always been the easiest man to get along with.
Yeah, I notice. He sucks.
You are talking from personal experience of working for him.
I am head butler to the Van den Bosch family in their home. He has made himself comfortable, but to me he still remained
a guest.
A guest.
Oh. Do you know much about the Major's time in the army?
There's not much I couldn't tell you. As soon as he found out my father was in the army, his stories never stopped.
Yeah, wow.
I am sure an officer of his rank must have many a tale.
A tale is a fitting description. Not so much a pinch of salt, more like a bag is needed listening to them.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Da Silva, the Major, and Madame Van den Bosch?
You've lost me, detective?
I struggle to believe they were both helping her out of the kindness of their hearts. Could they have been fighting for the Madame's affection?
Ah, that didn't take you long to spot.
Wow, I like how you were like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you knew what I was talking about, Archibald. Monsieur Sterling's lack of real response gives me all the answer I require.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Love affair with the shitty lady. Oh no. Okay, what did we learn from the boy? Cassandra has multiple admirers. The Major is generally a psych. The Major fabricated his accomplishments. Okay, rocky working relationship. Hugo. Oh, yeah. There's the other letter. Warning about upcoming strikes. Maybe that's it?
Order and
Not quite. Oh. Hugo's positive war. Oh, his work is mentioned. Maybe it wasn't. Oh. Maybe this?
I cannot see the logic in
Fuck.
this.
Okay. I'm not making good Oh. Hugo Gidgeon is... Oh, so Gidgeon is pro-union, and I guess maybe the Major was anti-union? The only other union supporter I know is passionate enough to write such a letter, Monsieur Gidgeon. Okay, because he talked about Hugo, so it couldn't be Hugo. It had to be the other person. Okay, got it. I just didn't think about that. Okay, and then it showed up here. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Multiple admirers. Generally disliked. Major fabricated his accomplishments. It's no surprise the Major would embellish his war stories or make them about his accomplishment. Oh, of course he would. He sucks. Okay, Field medic? Wait, maybe he knew the... did you know the Major? Blur.
I must take
Oh, okay. I was like, that was a little bit of stretch, I guess. Yeah, the other ones I saw flashing were up here. Maybe motive?
Order and method.
That's not what they're looking for there. Major's generally disliked. Protective, this?
I cannot see the logic in.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very... Oh, it's literally this. Love for Cassandra. Oh, she has... That's it? It's those?
What a
Okay. Now I know of Ernesto's feelings towards Cassandra. He must be the one behind the letter. Oh, well, I knew that, though. Okay, well...
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Are they? It seems the guests were not fond of the Major. Yeah, imagine that. He sucks. Okay. Multiple guests threaten the Major. Was that what? That's that. I guess that makes sense. A lot of people want him dead, actually. It's highly possible one of the guests is behind the murder. This warrants immediate investigation. Based on the evidence seen in the Major's study in the bedroom, as well as what I've learned from speaking with the guests, Monsieur de Silva, Comtesse de Vos, and Monsieur de Mere warrant concern and further investigation. Oh my gosh. Okay. So is that... Did I just... Oh no. Investigate the murder. But I don't have any... Okay. Oh god, Dr. Archibald.
Certainly. What do you need?
There's nothing further for me to investigate here. Would you kindly gather the guests for me? Oh, are we about to...
As you wish, detective.
Okay, but we still haven't found the conspirator. The Major! So that was chapter... I guess that was chapter 4. 4. Because I did chapter 3. Because I did chapter 2. That's it. I get so confused. They kind of run on together. I'm sorry, everybody. Do I have this thing? Okay. Seems there's no simple explanation for what happened here. The Major's popularity amongst the guests does not seem to be very high. There's still many questions that must be asked. Okay. Oh, I think now we're in chapter 4. Yeah, because I did prologue chapter 1, and then chapter 2, and then chapter 3, and then the murder. Chapter 4. The interrogations. Oh boy. I think, you know, I think I'm just going to keep it because it's all a part of the same thing. So we're not going to turn this into another. Chapter 3 and chapter 4 are going to be lumped together as a recording because this is getting tasty.
I informed them of what has happened, but divulged no details.
Good man. There goes my opportunity to catch one of them off guard. No matter, I have more than one weapon in my armory. Like my gun.
Madame Vandenbosch is here also.
She's in her room with Miss Angeline. It may be better to speak with them privately tomorrow.
Oh, but what if she's the killer?
Oui, merci. I shall come find you again once my questioning is complete.
The guest alibis are my priority. Once I can confirm their whereabouts this evening, I can understand who had an opportunity. New mind map unlocked. Have my lead suspects from the evidence at the scene of the crime. Perhaps those will change after speaking with them all. Oh god, there's so many. What if it was Jackie? Oh no. Okay, well, time to talk to everybody. Who done it? Hey, you're sitting down for once.
I'm afraid our conversation is of a more formal nature this time.
Yeah.
So the Major was murdered?
It appears so.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your cooperation will certainly speed up that process.
It will. Besides speaking with me, tell me about your movements before dinner.
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
Okay.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to him.
Comtesse de Vos. And they will both confirm you were here?
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will tell you I was
Wow.
here the whole time.
I mean, fair. This is a bunch of rich people.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time. Bonsoir,
Hey,
Monsieur
Dave,
Beckers.
welcome.
Merci for speaking with
We're
me.
doing mysteries.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be Detective Poirot now?
Detective Poirot is perfect. Merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
Go right ahead, Detective Poirot.
Can you tell me where you were prior to dinner?
I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising. And then I made my way to the library.
Okay.
Well, you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself? Yes.
We were the only two that you spoke with.
One of the servants bought me a drink and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part of something. Something bigger than just her. I was trying to explain to her how...
Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, yes.
It was just the two of you and the servant.
Strange that he does not seem to recall seeing Monsieur de Silva in the library.
And you are sure there was no one else present?
Maybe he doesn't like him. He might be a anti-union bro. This dude is innocent. He seems fine.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Detective. You were there.
Okay,
Merci,
well,
Monsieur Beckers.
maybe he doesn't
It
like...
has been a most
De Silva.
enlightening
He's a good union bro. Hi, Ernesto.
Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
Good old Mystery Game of Monday. That's right. Yeah. I'm having a good time with this one. Even if there's a lot of French that gets thrown around. And sometimes I'm like, I don't understand that, but they're saying words. He did it. Get it. No, it's fine.
A detective comes to a party and a dead body shows up. Coincidental, don't you think?
No, well, no.
A man's death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
I'm not joking.
Who said anything about a joke? I am saying what I see.
Okay.
Then perhaps you can tell me what it was you saw this evening.
Where were you prior to dinner?
Following whatever that was in the hall, I moved to the library.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something. The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served?
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat.
I mean, fair.
It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Okay, yeah, I know
Merci
you don't like
for your
him.
Cooperation.
Hey there, Gidgeon.
Monsieur Demir, I am sorry your celebrations have taken a rather dark turn.
I think he's pretty I mean, I think most people here are pretty happy that dude's dead. Not gonna lie.
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this investigation to an end post-haste.
Of
With
course.
your cooperation, I will do my very best.
You blame the butler. I mean, the butler is a little... He's acted kind of dumb a couple of times when he definitely knew stuff. So it's a little... I don't know. Besides your time in the hall, Where were you before we were summoned to the dining room?
I was here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself, but the Comtesse and my brother followed behind.
Did they inquire into the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
I think they both saw it as some light entertainment, more than anything else.
The Countess does not strike me as one to enjoy violence.
Oh, you don't know.
Not so much violence, but karma for the
Oh.
Major, perhaps. You did not hear how he spoke to my wife-to-be. She is still rather upset about the whole thing.
To be fair, he was kind of a dick. All
If
right.
you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
All right. Let's talk to Margot.
Countess, I am sorry our next conversation must be under such formal circumstances.
It is not the first time Felix has ruined a good party.
Wow.
The current state of
Oh, wait,
tonight's
yeah, Felix
celebrations
is
is
the
the least
man.
of my priorities, Countess.
Well, it's at the top of mine, detective. I did not come here for a week.
Awake. I remember we talked about it the other day where I was like, Awake, isn't that some kind of celebration? And then RC was like, that's what happens after the funeral. And I was like, oh. Whoops. I don't know
Perhaps then we
things.
should proceed with my questions, and you can get back
I haven't had to deal with too
celebrating.
many funerals, though.
It would be my pleasure, chérie.
We spoke earlier. Did you remain here in the salon until dinner was served?
I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff to bring me my drinks. How wrong I was.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother, although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Oh?
Did he say where he was going?
He barely said 2 words to either of us. I think he was more concerned with his drink.
Uh-huh. Another one to notice Monsieur Demir's drinking, and yet no one seems concerned. They're high. I'm pretty sure rich people just like to do
Merci,
drugs and drink
Countess.
all the time.
If I have any further
don't
questions,
care.
I shall be sure to come and find you.
All right.
Mademoiselle Conrad, I am sure you understand the delicate nature of the situation.
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when that story hit the paper.
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long time ago.
Oh no. Under what did you just send
You
me?
can't escape the past, especially when you go and do something like that.
Why is it Genshin? Oh no! Oh please. Oh no, don't do it to her. No! How could they do that to the Shogun? I actually like her. Oh my, that Zhongli's pretty good though. Oh no, not my boy! Oh god. You know what? That makes me sad. Bennett's my boy.
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better
What did
future.
they do to our children?
What would you say to an
No thanks.
Please, mademoiselle. Catching the Major's killer is my sole concern.
Yeah, we can
right
have an
now.
interview later.
Now, if you would be so kind, I have some questions for you.
Tell me about your evening since your arrival.
I arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right hook from Gideon. And then I went to check out the library.
And you were joined by Monsieur Beckers.
And Ernesto, or Monsieur Silver, as you say. But after he ignored my attempt at
Dumb
pleasantries, I left
Americans.
him to his book in the corner.
And your conversation with Monsieur Beckers that I interrupted.
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are. You'll just have to wait and read about it in the paper like everyone else.
But I have a badge. Mademoiselle Conrad still remains tight-lipped about her discussion with Monsieur Beckers, but a hint at reading about it in the newspaper makes me believe it may be of a much grander nature than I expected.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
All right. Is that everybody? I think that's everyone. All suspects. All right. It's time to go into my mind palace. Oh, 6. Oh, that's a lot of connections. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Oh, boy. Zacharias, Gideon, and Margot. Put it together. Bam. They lined up. They confirm each other's appearances in the salon. Okay. But also, he went missing.
Come,
That
Mrs. Grayson.
no. Okay, that's different. Express disdain. Maybe. Eh?
This will not get me.
Okay, never mind. Well, that'll have to make sense later. Maybe I gotta do more. Jackie was talking to Hugo, spoke with Jackie and myself. Da-da.
Success.
Jackie and Hugo confirm each other's appearances in the library, but also he didn't talk about De Silva. Nobody talked about De Silva now that I think about it. Angeline was still upset about the altercation. He was in the salon. Margot was in the salon. Jackie was in the library. Ernesto was lurking. Okay, she did say. And he heard the argument, so they were all in there.
Lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
They confirm each other's appearances in the library. Okay, they confirm that. Is this gonna be like all three of them were in there?
Is there
Nope,
something
that
I-
was dumb. Okay, never mind. Still connections to be made. Okay. Gidgen was present.
I should not be surprised by my own.
Yeah. Margot and Gidgen confirm each other's appearances in the salon. Ugh. Okay. Hugo was in the library. Got those. He was in the library. Okay. So everybody. Okay. I still have some connections. Because I think I already tried that there. Confirm all the alibis. Okay. Da, da, da. Angeline's still upset. Oh, Whalmer. Okay. Yeah, so adding those all together doesn't make sense. But I still have connections I can make, apparently. Unless there was anybody I missed. Okay, can I talk to Archibald? Nope. Okay, nothing new. I'm pretty sure I talked to everybody I can talk to, aside from, yeah, Angeline and Cassandra. Nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. Okay, so I just have to make those connections. Maybe those two? Because he didn't notice? Hugo failed to mention seeing Ernesto in the library, yeah. He doesn't mention... Okay, time to talk to him. Maybe he just doesn't like him, because I think Ernesto is a businessman and probably also doesn't like the unions.
Whatever you require, detective.
Your story of tonight's events.
I know you are probably used to dealing with criminals, but not everyone is trying to hide something.
I hope for your sake that you do not hide anything from me.
What is it you think I'm hiding?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence in the library.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read. I'd be surprised if
Wow.
anyone could. I did not speak to him, and he certainly didn't make any attempt to speak with me.
Monsieur Demire invited you here to speak with him. You didn't see that as a fitting time too?
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood to be dealing with that man.
Okay, he doesn't like him. Monsieur Beckers is courageous and full of vigor in his planning, but his execution does not share such confidence.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Okay. So... what do we got? Hugo saw Ernesto briefly. Okay, so then that confirms that. So he did definitely see him.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Hugo, Ernesto, and Jackie support each other's versions of events. Someone else must be responsible, surely. How about that? Da-da-da-da.
Is there something?
Never mind. It's definitely got to be that, though. Where would that go, though? Who else could it be?
I cannot see the
Not
logic
that.
in this.
Okay. Maybe it's not that one. Or maybe I need to talk to somebody else? No. Just says talk to Hugo. I already talked to Hugo. Unless it, oh god. There have been times where it crossed across a bunch of things, but I feel like this is not gonna.
Order and method.
Okay. Kitchen's oh! Anyway, okay, so that's the one thing that doesn't add up. Margot claims Zachariah stepped out of the room, but Gidgen did not mention it. Was his missing time accounted for? I don't know. He probably... Oh, maybe he was the one who did it. I hope not. This guy seems pretty chill, but...
I'm an open book, Poirot.
Are you? Your version of events.
I told you already. I was here in the salon.
Uh-huh.
And you did not leave even once.
Well, I had to use the bathroom. I didn't realize I had to update you every time nature called.
Well, it would be nice if you just think about me sometimes, sir.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself, merci. And then you returned to the salon.
If you don't believe me, ask Archibald. He saw me on his way up to the study.
I think that is all for now.
What if...
Merci for
Oh,
your
maybe
time.
Archibald did do it. What if he knows the secret and they can't have other people knowing the secret? Hey, I got questions for you, sir.
Can you confirm seeing Monsieur Demire in the hall this evening?
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of whiskey to the Major. He shouted a rather ignorable greeting to me and asked for directions to the bathroom.
I presume you showed him the way?
Aye, detective. I showed him to the hall bathroom. I didn't think it was wise to attempt the stairs, not in that state.
Nice. So he couldn't have made it up there anyway because he's been drinking. All right. Da-da-da-da-da. Absence covered by Archibald. Okay. So then we put those together.
I must
Nope,
act on
not that.
thought
Oh, wait. So that's covered. So everybody's covered.
Some would say a lucky guess.
So there's got to be something. Archibald confirms Zachariah's movements out of the salon, however brief.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Gideon, Zachariah, and Margot were all in the salon, at least for some time altogether. Surely someone else is to blame. There's only like so many people, even with some minute differences in store, as the guests all confirm each other's alibis. It is not the outcome I was expecting, or perhaps hoping for. Okay, so it's either Archibald or the two girls, or one of the other servants. Oops, back out. I gotta back out. Come, my little gray cells, let us solve this mystery. Oh, wait, did we do it? Oh, wow, no, there's a new mind. There's so many mind maps. That did not yield the result I desired. Perhaps a more direct approach, considering their potential motives, will reveal more. I mean, we didn't really figure anything out, so of course there's another one. Oh my gosh, do I have to talk to them more? More interrogations. Hi. Remember me? I talked to you about 5 seconds ago about having
I'm
to
an
pee.
open book, Poirot.
Did you speak with the Major this evening?
Why would I? I've got nothing to say to him, except maybe to keep his hands off what is ours.
What is yours that he could want?
Money, of course. Why do you think he has been suckling at the Van Den Bosch?
Damn, he doesn't mince words. I
for
like this
so
guy.
long? He's bled them dry, and now they will all do the same to our money.
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same.
I get the sense you and Monsieur Gideon are not the closest.
When you have not been on level playing fields for years, it's hard to have a fair game.
I am afraid I do not quite understand.
If we're playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father, and I have the old split putter. Make sense now?
Perfectly.
There's certainly some hostility towards his brother. This runs much deeper than brotherly rivalry.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you require, detective.
How do you know the victim?
I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him. I'm just sorry I didn't get the chance to tell him what I thought.
Yeah, sorry I didn't have a chance to tell him that he sucks.
The man has recently been murdered.
Someone must stand up to men like him, with their crooked dealings and lack of, well, any compassion at all.
Yeah.
Another rousing speech, monsieur.
It's the truth. If you knew what I know, maybe he wouldn't be dead, but behind bars instead.
Well, why don't you tell me? Your connection to the family is through Monsieur Demir. Oh, that French.
Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought now would be a good time to discuss matters.
Like, I've been learning Spanish, and I thought that would help me with other things, but French is its own weird world.
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement?
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva might even let his guard down if he was in a more jubilant mood. It would be wise to not continue to ignore us any longer.
And what business was it that was so urgent?
We're trying to resolve the worker strikes. It has gone on long enough. Now is the time for him to listen to our demands so we can put an end to it all. Put the violence and upset behind us.
Okay, you seem to hold a certain level of, shall we say, anger towards the Major?
Anger, yes, but that's all. I wouldn't kill a man.
You must see why this leads me to have suspicions.
You can't honestly think I did it. I am a man of peace. I make changes with words, not with violence.
I barely mentioned the Major, and Monsieur Beckers became rather flustered and defensive. So, are there plans for a negotiation with Monsieur de Silva?
I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers, nothing more. If he can't see that, he is a lesser man than I already thought.
And where does Monsieur Gideon fit into the negotiations? And his brother?
His brother? I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here. Gideon certainly hasn't talked much about him. I get the sense there's not much love lost between them.
When was the last time you saw the Major?
Last I saw, he was outside having a cigar.
Oui, I spoke with him myself, but that was some time ago.
He does love a cigar. You'd have to stand out in those conditions. I could barely see him through the snow.
Yeah,
Merci, Monsieur
thanks.
Becker. It has been a most
We learned that he loves
conversation.
cigars. All right, gosh.
More questions, I suppose. So.
Yeah, I didn't get a satisfactory result last time. Can you tell me more about your relationship with the deceased?
Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times. I met him through Cassandra. I thought him to be rather pompous.
Wow, well, I mean, he was, for sure.
But you remained polite, as any gentleman would.
Of course.
The negative opinion of the Major is rather ubiquitous. I am yet to meet someone with a particularly positive view of him, other than himself. Why don't you tell me more about your relationship with Madame Van den Bosch?
What is there to say? She's a remarkable
Is she?
woman, and I admire her.
Is she?
Even after Edwin's death, she held herself with such poise.
Maybe rich people just don't understand when you're like a fucking shitlord, because that's what Cassandra is.
It sounds as though you hold her in the
Highest regard. Eh?
And why shouldn't I? Women these days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves.
Have you talked to her, sir? I don't think anybody should talk that way. You said you had talked with the Major a few times. About what exactly?
He had approached me about doing some business together. I like to know who I'm getting into bed with first.
Oh, so you wanted to get in bed with him? Sir, that's just a figure of speech.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there is no need to discuss that any further.
Is there something you wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur?
It was far from a partnership. I hired him to run security at my factories. If the workers were going to get violent, I wanted to make sure I was ready to protect my property.
This guy definitely doesn't like unions. Both you and the Major have been very supportive of Madame Van den Bosch over the years. Yes. N'est-ce pas?
That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a purely platonic nature.
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting something in return, you can remove your head from the gutter.
Wow.
I meant no offense. I'm only trying to understand the dynamic of your relationship.
Yeah. May need to approach this in a different manner. Maybe I should speak with the Comtesse on this. Yeah, she might.
Merci for your
she might
cooperation.
I have to. Knew it. No. N'est-ce pas? Okay, n'est-ce pas? According to Google, it's n'est-ce pas. It does the incest. Well, you don't want to say incest pass, because that means something different. Don't n'est-ce pas? It's French is a language. Yeah, I know you want me to watch. I've got investigations to do.
How can I help?
I expected this to not take too long, but there's so much talking. With the joining of your two families and the Major being around so much, I assume you knew him well?
I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past, he made his feelings towards my brother and I quite clear.
And that was not in a positive way.
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to postpone the engagement positive.
Oh, look at him cracking his knuckles. I spoke with your brother earlier. He was certainly enjoying himself.
What do you mean?
I do not mean to pry, only I imagine the whole room was aware of his celebrating with a bottle.
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother nor I drink.
What? How can you say... I do not know how he could not have noticed the state his brother was in. Perhaps one does not see what one does not want to believe in. Yeah, like that dude is definitely a little swifty. How's your relationship with your brother?
We aren't the closest. But what brothers are?
I don't know. Some brothers are close.
I would argue that many are.
Yeah, exactly.
We've lived very different lives. Our priorities are different. He does not see things the way I do. There isn't much more to say.
There's clearly more to uncover here. I shall return to the matter when I have the fuel that is required to get the answers. I'd like to ask you about your work with the union.
I have lent my voice to some discussions. I have tried to facilitate meetings. Just positive support.
Does that positive support include sending letters to those on the opposing side?
Detective Poirot, I'm not sure what you think I have done.
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now he has wound up dead.
Oh, okay.
You think my sending him a letter, warning him not to get involved, means I murdered him?
At this time, it is certainly reason for me to be suspicious.
I have been funding the strikes, Detective. These men deserve fair treatment, and a wage that fits the hard work they undertake every single day. The Major didn't see that. All he cared about was the money for his services, and that is all I care to discuss.
It appears Monsieur's letter was at least written with noble intentions, but he is still hesitant to talk more on the Major's association.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
Uh-huh. Okay. God, there's so many people. Like,
I am all
oh,
yours,
God.
detective.
Are you, though? Did you ever speak to the Major about how he treated Madame Van den Bosch?
Why would I actively choose to speak to that wretched man?
I don't know, because you hate him?
You were quite adamant of your protection of Madame. If he was as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words spoken, or perhaps written?
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all that needs to be said.
I must admit, I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Countess.
Or would you?
Wise thinking, detective.
I'm sure you've noticed Madame Van den Bosch's
I
absence.
imagine she will have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him.
Makes sense. I don't know who has the sharper tongue, Madame Van den Bosch or the Comtesse. It is certainly a close race for first place. Yeah, but at least, like, she's not just being bitchy to me. She just hates that guy for reasons. What of Madame Van den Bosch and Monsieur de Silva's relationship?
What of it?
Do you believe there was something more to their friendship?
He's right there.
As I have said, detective, I am not one to gossip.
But
I would not even consider your name and that word in the same sentence.
Because it is not gossip when it's the truth.
oh, okay. I'm not sure that is exactly correct, but the Comtesse has made a bold attempt to justify her wagging tongue.
Why else do you think he would stay around for so long? Yes, he was a friend and partner to the Viscount, but it is plain to see it is Cassandra's partnership he longs for.
He told me to get my head out of the gutter. You explained that the Major was trying to remain close to the family, but not why.
He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by money and power, like most men.
Thanks.
I can assure you not all men are concerned with such egotistical
I like having
wealth.
money so I can survive. That's about the extent of it. Or like having extra so I can help friends out with things.
That may be, but they are few and far between. I believe you are a special case detective.
But also remember, if you really want to help, you can get on my Ko-Fi and donate towards me getting Super Mario RPG Remake this November. And then I'll play it on stream. I should have it and my PayPal, honestly, because I know not everybody has Ko-Fi. But, yeah. There's that. Shameless self stuff. Yeah.
It is not the first time I have been described in such a way.
Embrace the compliment, detective. You have set yourself apart from the horrid crétins that seem to somehow make their way into positions of authority and power.
Well, believe me, I live in America. I understand what you mean.
And that is what the Major was doing? Using Madame Van den Bosch as his ladder to the top?
You are finally
Probably.
seeing the man he was. A weak and self-indulgent social climber.
The Comtesse has certainly opened my eyes to the Major's true ambitions with the Van den Bosch family. I wonder if Madame herself is aware of his greed and hunger for social recognition. Probably.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Thanks. Okay, only one more person and then I can start putting things together.
You came to the right place. What do you need?
Information. What did you know of the victim?
I know that he was not the good and honest man he liked to think he was.
In what sense?
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys I trust before him.
Wow.
And on the occasions when you did speak with him, what was discussed?
I'm sorry, Poirot. If you're looking for a deep-seated secret between me and him, you're going to be disappointed.
Mademoiselle Conrad is wise to the nature of this question. She knows exactly what and what not to say. This nut may be harder to crack than first expected, yes. As you were previously speaking with him, I assume you know Monsieur Beckers as well, then?
That man has got some real anger issues. I get why he's frustrated. He's trying his best for the workers, but holding on to rage like that, something's gonna burst.
Oh? A man suppressing his anger in a murdered body. The most amateur detective could see a connection. You seem to know a great deal about everyone. What can you tell me about Monsieur de Silva and Madame Van den Bosch?
If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip machine, you are sorely mistaken.
No, I just need...
I can assure you it is not a case of gossiping. At this point, everything may be relevant to my investigation.
So I would be helping you potentially solve a crime? You should have said that off the bat. To say he's
feed her
smitten
ego.
is an understatement. I reckon he's been wanting her for years.
I see. Madame does not feel the same?
Doesn't look like it. If she did, she would have said something about it, right?
Okay, true. What are your thoughts on the Comtesse? I'd appreciate your opinion of her.
I don't know if you really would. She's got a mouth the size of Texas, except when it comes to truths about her.
That's where I live. Okay. Wow, that's a big mouth then.
She wants everyone to think that she's the savior of these girls at the shelter. But there's a side to her I don't think anyone gets to see.
Oh?
And what side is that?
One that she is keeping tucked away under her very expensive dress.
Is it a penis? I'm sorry that was immediately what I thought of, but I mean, come on. Said it was tucked. I can only see the work at a woman's shelter as a positive. Even if the reason to start came from a selfish place, the work they do cannot be scoffed at.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
It's like I can't really. Okay, time to put, how many is that going to be? 2? How is that only 2? Oh, did I not talk to everyone? Why do I need to talk to you again?
I am all yours, detective.
Okay. Push on the Major's aggression towards Oh, I have to.
Countess,
I have to do all the
you
right
gave me the
things.
impression the Major and
I forgot
Madame
about
were
these.
close. But there were times where he acted rather aggressively to her, n'est-ce pas?
N'est-ce pas?
I am sorry, detective, but I did not mean to give you such an impression.
Already built a rapport with the Comtesse. I may even have a say in a flirtatious manner. Oh, perhaps if I continue to charm her. Fine woman of your stature would not purposely lead the young man astray.
Ever the charmer, detective. I would talk more on it, but I'm afraid Cassandra would think I am talking about her behind her back.
Comtesse has something more to say, but she still holds back. Something tells me it's more to do with the receiving attention. Perhaps I can use that to my advantage. Oh my god. Coercive. You obviously care a great deal about Madame Van den Bosch. Assisting me will help clear of any wrongdoings. That is what you want for her, isn't it?
It is not often I am swayed so easily. I applaud you on your willingness and persistence.
I like how the dialogue box is like always the same size, so the words just get smaller. Oh, that was easy? It was just 2?
And it was not long before he showed his true
Wow,
colors.
really got into her quick.
If it is a tear she sheds, it should be one of joy that he is out of her life.
Yay.
I understand your feelings towards the Major, but perhaps there was...
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, and she sat there and accepted it. I never thought I would see the day. Perhaps now she will be able to see the man he truly was. Karma will always catch up.
Always. Exit.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Thank you. Time to talk to Zechariah.
I'm an open book, Poirot.
Are you, though? Your relationship with your brother, it seems. Everyone has an opinion.
That doesn't surprise me, and yet no one actually asks.
I am kind of annoyed that his hair is like a reddish brown on his like actual sprite, but then his little portrait, it's all black. With I guess a little bit of brown.
I am asking now.
I should have expected that, shouldn't I?
Well, from that angle, I guess.
What
a
is
little
there
lighter.
to say? We used to be close, but not so much anymore.
I would find it very helpful if you could at least elaborate on your relationship.
He went to school, got an education, and was the apple of our father's eye. I went to war.
Yeah.
See the difference now.
Monsieur has again mentioned his time in the war. While I do not mean to belittle his efforts for his country, it seems as though he has not been able to leave the life behind on the battlefield. What do you know of your brother's work with the Union?
If you want to know about Gideon's part in the Union, why don't you ask him?
Well, because I thought you might know something.
You are aware of his support for them?
Yes, well, he...
Oh?
Oui, monsieur?
Yes?
It'd be best to just ask him.
Monsieur either does not know much of what his brother does, or he's protecting him rather coyly.
I think that is all for
Yeah.
now. Merci for
That
your
was
time.
that was a very strange stutter for a man who always seems fairly sure of himself. Guess we're gonna go talk to Gideon again. Yep. God damn it.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
So, I'd like to talk more about your brother.
I believe there are more important matters at hand than talking about my brother and I's relationship, or lack thereof.
The murderer is in this house, and by holding back information that may help my investigation, you only make me suspicious of your involvement.
Whoa, okay, dang, that was a bit aggressive.
Monsieur Demir, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume you are hiding something, and must treat you as a prime
I
suspect
mean, fair,
in the
but
Major's
whoa.
murder.
I wasn't expecting to come this hard out the gate.
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, we have not been on the best terms for years now. As I said, we are different people. He does not see the importance of planning for the future, and as much as my parents tried, they could not make him see that. I suppose that is why he sees me as their favorite.
He still believes that now?
I assume so. We barely talk anymore. I was hoping we would be able to sit down and talk and leave the past behind. But this evening has not panned out that way.
Sorry about that.
If you
Okay.
would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
All right, I think, is that it? Can I finally do stuff? Okay, we talked to everybody. I have 4 connections to make. Oh gosh, here we go again. I mean, it says 4, but usually, okay. Hugo has dirt on the Major. Ernesto and Cassandra's friendship. Cassandra more than a friend to confirmed. Perhaps Ernesto had hidden his secret love well. We can use this to our advantage. I don't want to talk to him yet. Okay, let's make some more connections first. Kitchen feels detached. He resents him.
The pieces of the puzzle are
The brothers are suspicious individually, but I cannot see them working together. Brothers unlikely to cooperate. Ernesto is fond of Cassandra. Gideon is trying to start negotiations. Hugo has dirt on the Major. Hugo claims to have calmed down. Hugo's frustration.
Things are beginning to become...
Hugo claims to have calmed down since his argument with the Major, but Jackie disputed this. Hugo lied about his temper. Ernesto has business connections. The Major is abusive. Confirmed. Maybe that goes to that?
This will not
No, that doesn't work. Major involved in the work. Oh, wait. Maybe that?
Come, my
Nope,
little
never
Grayson.
mind. Okay. What else is there? Jackie doesn't trust the Major. Major leached onto Cassandra. Issues between Major and Cassandra. Ernesto fond. Okay. So I already talked to him. I already talked to him again. It wouldn't be this, would it? No, okay. I'm just like grasping at straws right now. There's only one more connection to be made, though. There's a lot of empty space. Hesitant to mention past with Major. Maybe these two?
I must act on...
No. Oh. He resents Gideon and he's well, he resents him, but he's Okay, those are kind of opposing.
Surprised.
He claims not to be close to his brother, but still seeks to withhold information about him. Conflicting attitude. Maybe, I don't know, a brotherly love. I gotta talk to Ernesto.
More questions? I suppose so.
There's always questions. Oh god, I keep forgetting. One of my friends that I support has like 2 Instagram accounts, and I always feel weird when I like react on both, but also they share like different stories and things on both, so I don't know. Apologies for the insistent questions on the subject, but you and Madame Van den Bosch...
Mademoiselle Conrad was quick to talk of your hidden feelings towards her. Perhaps only hidden to Madame Van den Bosch herself.
What has this got to do with the Major's death? Does Cassandra know you have spoken to others about this? I have only tried to help her.
I'm merely asking the question. There's no reason to panic. It would greatly help me if you would answer honestly.
There may be some feelings there, but Madame Van den Bosch does not know of them, and I trust that it will remain that way.
I mean, sure, if that's what you want. Okay.
Merci for your cooperation.
Okay, so we have confirmed he likes the horrible woman. I had my own opinions of the Major, one that is wiser kept to myself, like he's a jerk and an asshole. But I did not expect so many like-minded thinkers. I should think further on what I have heard in my quarters. Oh my gosh. Oh, is this going to be investigation part 3? Because I can't, man. Oh, geez. Are we going to talk to Archibald now? Bro.
My time with the guests is complete, for tonight, at least.
Do you know who killed Major Hagen?
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. There are many steps that lead to the truth. I must think on everything I have heard this evening and dissect the truths from the lies. Merci for your assistance this evening. Au revoir.
Okay, bye. I came here expecting to solve a case of blackmail, to relieve a family of a burden that has weighed upon them and overshadowed a joyous celebration. But now there's a murder. Now it's just, everything's bad. Everything's just bad, man. I have never been to an engagement celebration where a death has taken center stage before. Although the guests' alibis confirm each other's, I still cannot rule out the possibility of one of them being involved in the Major's death. The relationships between some of the guests and the Major were more than rocky. Dislike towards him was plentiful, but enough to drive someone to murder. This is now the perfect opportunity to think about everything I've heard today. Oh no! Oh gosh. No. Okay, I guess I don't have to talk anymore. Compile it together and find the culprit. Oh boy, here we go. I think this is it. Threat to the Major. Kitchen, Zachariah, alibis. Oh boy. So I have to take everything I've learned and put it into practice. These two?
What a
Yeah.
revelation.
His history with the Mayor combined with threats to his well-being definitely show intent. Retribution? Brothers are unlikely to cooperate. Threat to the Major. Okay. Possibly for love.
Yes.
Blinded by both love and greed, he may have struck down his opponent. Okay, they confirmed all their stuff. Okay, so not that. Jackie claims Margot is hiding something. And they're longtime friends.
Come,
Dad.
Mrs. Grace.
Wait. Advice to the Mayor?
Another success.
The letter she sent, protecting Cassandra, was threatening indeed, and Jackie seems unable to determine her secret. Protection? Jackie wants information from Hugo. Okay, so Hugo has dirt on the Major. Oh, well, that makes sense. When I first overheard their conversation, it seemed Hugo was trying to get Jackie to listen. Jackie pushing for dirt on the Major. Threat to the Mayor. Maybe the dirt? Ew.
Order and method.
Oh, never mind. Not that. Jealousy. Kitchen, Zachariah, and Margot alibis all confirm each other's. So both groups have...
I would say a moment of genius.
All the guests have at least one other guest to confirm their alibis, but they're in like separate groups. All alibis confirmed. That doesn't help at all. That makes things worse. That means that I can't do it. Who could that be at this time?
Entree.
Entree. That means enter. Oh!
Detective, I'm sorry I did not join you in the salon as requested.
What if Angeline was the one who killed?
Please, mademoiselle, there is no need to apologize.
I was with Maman in her room. She would not allow anyone to see it, but I could see she was
I think she was terribly upset because a source of money died, not because he died as a person.
Most understandable.
Do you have any suspicions as to who could have killed him?
I'm afraid my suspicions extended across all of the party's guests. While it seems as though their alibis all corroborate one another's, the disdain and hostility towards the Major makes them rife with motive.
I know there was some bad blood between the Major and some of the guests, but not enough to kill him, surely. She may seem tough from the exterior, but she's really quite kind when you get to know her.
Are you sure?
The Countess? She is
Your
a
10 million
formidable
tomatoes are going
force
into
I
the
would
pot.
not want
Yeah!
to come
Oh, are
up
you gonna
against.
make like a sauce?
Don't be silly, Detective. She wouldn't hurt a soul. Jacqueline, I mean.
Mademoiselle Conrad? She was in fact the least suspicious until now.
I assume that's who you were talking about, Detective, after what happened between them.
What? What happened between them?
That is a story I have yet to
Oh
hear.
my gosh, come on. Oh.
She must have told you about the piece she was writing on us, about Gideon's work and our marriage.
Turkeys. Oh, that does sound good. I'm gonna have very simple. I've had a chicken breast that I've thawed, because I tend to get like the big packs and then put them into single Ziploc pack because it's just me. So I'm gonna cube that up and I'm going to make some pasta. I'm just gonna have very simple like chicken and pasta. Like not even really a sauce. The sauce will be like a little bit of butter and some spices. Like nothing too crazy. But it's been a while since I've like cooked. So yeah, it'll be nice.
Somehow that was the only thing she
Yeah,
did not
wow.
mention.
Imagine the newspaper lady being the one who would totally not tell us anything.
That's strange. I thought that is what she would have started the conversation with. Well, she had come to the house to interview me, and when I entered the library, she was there with Felix amid a rather heated conversation.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what this conversation regarded?
I'm afraid not, but Felix was quite enraged. He picked up an envelope from the table and stormed out, slamming the door behind him.
Oh, is that
And
so?
Mademoiselle Conrad?
She was equally heated in the moment. She had a few choice words for him that I wouldn't care to repeat.
You can say fuck. It's okay. How's Madame feeling now?
Better, thank you, Detective. She's resting in her room. It is the best place for her.
And you, mademoiselle?
I'm not quite sure. It is a rather surreal feeling. I did not think I would miss him like I do.
It is understandable. He has been a close friend to your maman for many years.
And to me, Detective. We had grown close.
Ew. Really?
After
Ew.
Father's passing, he was always there for me.
But he's gross.
And now, he's gone as well.
Ugh. Only cook because of the family. Otherwise, you'd be shoving summer sausage right. Oh yeah, no, I gotcha.
You must try and not
I do.
think
God,
of it like that.
that reminds me. I do eat a lot of like smoked sausage and stuff like that. I do love the good sausage.
It is easier said than done, Detective.
And in pasta or in anything really.
I have no doubt.
Rest assured, the culprit will not remain at large for long. You have my word. I accidentally hit the A button too quick. If you were in my position, mademoiselle, who would be at the top of your suspect list?
I'm sorry, but I just can't imagine any of them committing such a heinous crime.
Pretend that they're all terrible people.
It can often be hard to look past one's personal feelings for someone and see their flaws.
It's not that, Detective. It's just they have known each other for years. Why would any of them act now?
I was under the impression the Major had merely a business relationship with some of the guests.
That's true, but those invited know each other, some of them for years. They may not seem like it, but some are even friends.
Oh, is that right? They didn't seem like friends.
I should return to my room now, Detective.
They were
It has been a
roommates.
trying day for us all.
And they were roommates.
Oui, mademoiselle. I am afraid tomorrow may bear a resemblance, but I will not stop until I have found his killer.
I am certainly glad you are here, detective.
Yeah.
When and where a detective is required, that is where I shall be. Bonne nuit, mademoiselle.
Ennui. Okay, so what now? Mademoiselle has left me with an interesting thought, one I had not considered until now. While at first glance the guests do not appear to show much fondness for each other, Mademoiselle is quite sure that is not the case. Perhaps I must consider looking at the guests together and not individually. Mind palace time. Okay. Reach a conclusion based on what you've learned so far. Okay, all alibis confirmed, but what if...
This will not get me any...
Oh, wait, no, Jackie. She wants the dirt.
Things are beginning...
I doubted Jackie's involvement with the murder, but now I am dubious of her innocence. Yeah!
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming
So,
together.
is it Jackie? Did Jackie kill him? And now I have all the motives for the guests. Who is under suspicion? Jackie seems suspicious. All motives confirmed.
What a revelation.
But yeah, okay. I do not know who I can trust or whose stories I can believe. Are the guests innocent? I don't know. All the guests are suspicious. Oh, they are. Oh, come on. And they've known each other for years.
Magnifique.
Wow, so this is just becoming a big old cesspool. French Batman vibes. Yeah, you know. I now doubt how trustworthy their stories may be. They may well be covering for each other. Except the Union guy. There's no physical way one of the guests could have killed the Major and returned to the party. Unless that is where I'm mistaken, it is not one guilty party I should be looking for. Rather, multiple, like a group. Like the Union Buster seems like the guy who'd want to kill him the most. But also Jackie. Okay, so what does this mean for me? Like, what now? This. Could I not have considered that the Major's death was a part of a ploy created and executed by more than only one of the guests? Came almost as an epiphany following Mademoiselle Angeline's remark about the guest's shared past. Perhaps Mademoiselle will become the trusted ally I now sense may be essential to catching the guilty parties. Or maybe she did it. Tonight's questioning was only the beginning. I will allow my suspects to sleep on their stories, and we will see how they fare tomorrow. Perhaps one of those involved will have morals enough to show a glimmer of regret. Considering they may be working together, I cannot be sure who has told the truth and who has attempted to sell me down the fluve. Yeah, I hate it when they sell me down the fluve. Perhaps I should sleep on the matter. A good night's sleep will surely bring a new dawn of thinking, and what better setting to do so in than the peaceful falling blanket of snow that surrounds us all? Although it seems not everyone has the same idea. Oh, who's that? Dark figure. Who out there? Now we're in chapter 5. But this is where we're going to call it for the day. Because we already did like 3 chapters. Pay attention to the bet. But I have to wait for it to get to a point where I can... Chapter 5. The secret. I don't know how many chapters are in this game. But it's immediately going to start. A restless sleep combined with the image of the eerie figure in the snow has only convoluted what my little gray cells must consider. I should not have expected this to be a simple case. I have been lied to by at least one of the guests. Their alibis all confirm each other's, but I know this not to be true. Okay, brain time. But investigate the Major's involvement with the blackmail. How the Major was involved with the blackmail eludes me. For now, once I have confirmed whether he was the author or recipient, I can consider my next step in this investigation. So that's the plot. Put them in a pot and let it cook like stew. You grab your... Wow. What is it? That must be a song. I don't know that one, but maybe it is. Okay, next step investigation. Make all the connections. But for now, we Gucci. So let me go ahead and stop this recording.